What's up, real ones? Welcome to Let's View It. It's me, your host you came to see, Tyrone Cross. And guess what? CC fans are still handing me entertainment. And honestly, I think this is like my 4th or 5th in a row CC video. I've never done a topic, I don't think even 2 times in a row, let alone 4 times in a row. So even CC's popularity is taking over my channel. And I don't like it because she's white and straight. Oh wait, I'm the one making these videos. So I like it because she's white and straight. Anyways, today's a good day because a lot of racist CC fans are upset. And if you're not a racist CC fan, I'm not talking to you, and I know I don't really have to tell you that, especially if you're watching one of my videos, because only people with thinkers watch my videos. Otherwise, you're just gonna get mad, confused, or miss the point, and then want to say something stupid, which is then gonna make me respond with something better. And really, we don't need to go there. But anyways, back to the topic. The group of new racist CC fans are very upset right now because ESPN finally did something right and called them out right to their faces. They said straight up, you guys are racist and hide behind supporting CC. And I made a video about this topic a few videos ago when I started making CC videos. It's actually a long one, it's over 40 minutes, but I went in depth about how these fans even got attracted to CC in the first place, which was the hand wave between her and Angel Reese. If you guys don't know who Angel Reese is, she was the black girl that she played in the finals during the NCAA. Angel Reese beat her and she did the hand wave. It turned into a black and white thing. Then all of a sudden, Caitlin Clark gained a bunch of support from racist fans that didn't care about basketball but wanted to support the white side of this whole stupid thing. That's how they got involved in this basketball thing in the first place. So now they spend their time talking down the WNBA players, mainly the black ones, making fun of them, talking about their skin color, talking about how they talk, talking about the way they look, their eyelashes, their weaves, their wigs, on and on and on and on and on. And they're only doing it because they're racist, but they're acting like they're doing it because they just really are sticking up for CC and want to support her. So anyways, ESPN called them out and put them on blast. And of course, as you would guess, if you were one of those racist fans and you have a YouTube channel, then you're going to express how upset you're about it. And you already know how you're going to do it, right? You're going to turn around and call them racist. It's basically what they've been doing since day one anyways. Race baiting, right? They hate her because she's white and straight. They hate her because she's white and straight. How many times have you heard they're jealous and they hate her because she's white and straight? Who was saying that? The racist CC fans. They were race baiting. But ironically, and not surprising, now they want to project race baiting onto anybody that's calling them out. This is just so clever. And I'm going to show you an example from the Black and White Sports Show of one of the racist CC fans making a video in response to what ESPN said about him and them. Them as in all of them, not as in them and they, like a singular person. Just want to clarify that. So you already know. Let's view it.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, only in today's climate could you possibly expect that when a group of WNBA players that happen to be black and in a lot of cases happen to be lesbian, playing in what has large part been a NBA propped up activist league, only in today's climate could you see an ESPN journalist, writer, panelist come out on television and accuse Caitlin Clark fans of being racist against blacks. That we're the ones with the problem. That we're using Caitlin Clark as camouflage towards being racist. By the way, this guy uses the word patriots. So he takes a shot at Trump supporters is what this guy's really doing when it comes to Caitlin Clark. Keep in mind now.
Is that even true? I feel like a patriot is anybody that's overly in love or overly obsessed with this country. Is he saying only Trump supporters is that? Cause that's not true. Patriotism is on both sides. And before I let him continue, I just want to add, for him to sit there and act like, and they're calling us racist? How dare them? Like we're the problem? I've literally heard him make fun of black girls' appearances all the time. Make fun of their eyelashes, make fun of their weaves or wigs or whatever they're wearing in the game. I've even heard him make fun or down talk another follower or a person commenting on Twitter because their name was Miss Rogers Hood. And he took hood and used it as a characteristic of her. He's a racist. He's a goddamn racist, and I'm not scared to say it. I don't care. I don't care if people get mad at me either. You know I'll tell the truth. I don't care. He's a racist.
We have been chronicling on this channel for nearly 2 months. Players like A'ja Wilson coming out and blatantly saying the issue with Caitlin Clark's popularity, they believe, is tied to the fact that they're black.
Now, I'm going to tell you guys this. I've watched so many of his videos talking about Caitlin Clark in the WNBA and how they all hate her because she's white and straight. And every time he is mocking every other black WNBA player. Like I said before, he makes fun of their appearances and he says A'ja Wilson's name wrong all the time. He always says A'ja Wilson, and he does it on purpose to disrespect her and act like we don't know her name and we shouldn't know her name.
I guess if you're a player like A'ja Wilson, A'ja Wilson, the all-world WNBA player, at least that's what the wokes keep telling us.
But all of a sudden, he's saying A'ja Wilson, and I bet he won't make fun or make one black joke this whole time. He's not going to talk about black appearance at all. I bet he's going to clean it up real good because this video is all about defending them being called out for being racist. Imagine that.
All right, that it's a black and white issue. Look, the players that largely get criticized, they happen to be black. It's not because they're black. They happen to be black. And her popularity is not because she's white. I mean, Sabrina Ionescu, pretty white last I checked. Diana Taurasi, white. I'm just throwing that out there. The league didn't blow up under either one of those cats. They didn't. So let's get to this. And
he's right. He's right. Sabrina's white. Diana's white. And the league didn't blow up because of them. But guess what else commonality they both have? That Caitlin Clark doesn't. Both of them didn't have a controversial hand wave done to them by a black player that started racial tension. There never was a black versus white thing when it came to the other two players. So there was no reason for a bunch of racists to all of a sudden get Sabrina's back or Diana's back. But guess who did have that controversial hand wave that started some racial tension? You guessed it, and I will repeat over and over and over again, Caitlin Clark is not the best player. She is not the most exciting player. So why is she the most popular if it isn't because she's white and all these racist fans that she didn't intend to accumulate?
You can expect sports fans with any common sense absolutely obliterated this tool into crushed him in the dust. But here we are, nonetheless. David Dennis Jr., a writer for ESPN's Anscape, never even heard of it, expressed concerns on Monday about those who were upset with the Team USA leaving Caitlin Clark off the Olympic roster. He was on Around the Horn, and he's worried about black WNBA players being targeted in the wake of Clark drama. Wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that you believe that we're targeting black players after we have seen Caitlin Clark get the shit beat out of her for a month, including a black player running up behind Caitlin Clark and calling her a bitch before slamming her to the basketball court?
Wait a darn tootin' there. This guy is talking about how Caitlin Clark has racist fans going after WNBA black women players But this guy thinks he's so slick that he starts talking about the players on the court and what they're doing to Caitlin Clark. What does that have to do with the fans? Someone tell me. I'm confused. How are you gonna say the fans are racist when the players are rough with Caitlin Clark? That shit makes no sense. If someone's calling you out to be a racist, why are you talking about other people? Why don't you defend yourself? You started pointing the finger somewhere else. That's a sign that you're a racist. Just talk about how you're not a racist. Prove it. But you can't, because whatever those players are doing during competition has nothing to do with you talking about their eyelashes, talking about them being jealous and hateful, talking about their weaves, or implying racial things when you say things like, Caitlin Clark's so classy, she's so articulate. You don't think we know what you're saying? We all know what you're saying. You know what you're saying. That's why you're saying it. So while you're part of the problem that they're talking about because you attack the black women of the WNBA, you say,
yeah, but look at how they're playing on the court.
What?
Okay, let's listen to what this dude says.
What you see, the mission statement of USA Basketball.
Yeah, the mission statement is to win gold medals and represent the United States while growing the game. The part about growing the game, you need to win gold medals in order to do that. And for the history of women's Team USA basketball, what they do is they put the roster that puts them best equipped to win gold medals. And there have been a lot of players who have been snubbed along the way. Candace Parker being one of those players. And there can be a healthy sports debate about whether Caitlin Clark should make this team. And I'm of the belief that she is now one of the top 15 players available. Even if Taurasi or whoever would not be there would be a couple of people like Enrique who you could put above Caitlin Clark. The problem here is, and what concerns me going forward, is those people on the fringe that do exist, that are in real life, not just internet trolls, politicians, pundits, and people of the like who are using Caitlin Clark as an avatar to lash out at the people who they have disdain for, mainly the makeup of the WNBA, black women et al. And they are using her to go against Team USA. What's going to happen in Team USA that is going to be the big tragedy here is the way that they are treated by those people come the summer. We're supposed to support American teams in the Olympics. I want to see that for this team, even if Caitlin Clark is not on that squad.
Okay, so this is what he would further say. This is his post.
Before he reads this post, I just want to point out real quick that if you weren't a racist Caitlin Clark fan, you wouldn't even care that he's saying this. The only fans that care that he's saying this are the racist Caitlin Clark fans. Otherwise, you'd be like,
he ain't talking about me.
Right? So the fact that you show that it bothers you shows that you're a racist.
The disdain for black women and how a bunch of so-called patriots are going to treat Team USA this summer. You can have a basketball discussion about CC in the Olympics, but reasonable basketball people agree she can wait. Really? Because a lot of them have come out and said she should have made the roster. And the point that a lot of us has made is she's statistically among the people that you could reasonably select. And from a monetary and business standpoint, it is absurd if you are trying to grow women's sports not to have the most popular women's basketball player on this roster.
To the monetary point and her popularity point, I made a video about that already. It's all good that she's popular. It's all good that she'll bring views. It's all good that she'll bring money somehow. I don't know how the Olympics make money, but she'll bring more views to the Olympics. Nobody is arguing that. My point in a video that I made was that the CC fans come with her. And since you guys are such a nuisance, since a lot of you guys are racist, since a lot of you guys are crybabies, since a lot of you guys are dramatic, they don't want to bring that to the Olympics. So even if Caitlin Clark could make it, which she shouldn't have made it this year, but even if there's a time she can make it, they don't want you guys coming. Are you going to sign a contract saying, let CC play in the Olympics and we'll just shut the hell up? Because that might help her chances. But one more quick point before I let this bubblehead keep talking. He's one of the ones that helped push the narrative that Caitlin Clark didn't make the Olympic roster because she's white and straight, which was race baiting, obviously, because there are white and straight players on the Olympic team. So it makes no sense. These new racist CC fans are race baiting and then talking down on black women after they race bait, saying this is why we're talking down on them. It's crazy. They've been race baiting all the way since day one with Caitlin Clark in the Iowa days and the hand wave, all the way to this day.
Well, I mean, Caitlin Clark's white. She's straight. You know, middle America. There's got to be some players in the league, and I think we know who they are, that probably don't love that.
And now they got the nerve to make a video to say the other side is race baiting. What? I really hope this isn't catching on to innocent viewers.
And she is. You can, look, there's proof. You can combine the entire WNBA. They don't match the popularity of that one player. That's the miss. Are you trying to grow the sport? Or are you trying not to? All right? Yeah, it's so-called patriots. So that also tells us where your radical left mindset is. Race baiter. Right? Jamel Hill. Congratulations, ESPN. You got you another Jamel Hill over there. I mean, you so needed one really badly. Your quotient of race baiters was getting too small. I'm kidding. That's all that makes up the losers over there. So, of course, as you can imagine, proud, real patriots and sports fans destroyed this guy. All right, he got obliterated, and he should have. I mean, honestly, it's pretty obvious the kind of hate that Caitlin Clark's dealing with here. It's hilarious.
What is he talking about? The kind of hate Caitlin Clark is dealing with. Nobody hates that girl. They just can't stand the fans that came with her. But nobody hates her. What's to hate about her? What exactly is there to hate about her? Let me guess. That she's white and straight? Get out of here with that.
Well, I mean, Caitlin Clark's white, she's straight, you know.
Race baiting at its finest.
Another race baiter making his living playing the race card. Dude would be flipping burgers if he was white. That's privilege.
Now, why would he be flipping burgers if he was white? White people work on ESPN. Are you saying it's because of his color that he works on ESPN? See what I'm saying? Who's actually racist? The one that made the racist comment is that person right there. Mr. G Unit. Not like a G, but like G Willikers, Batman. And honestly, I don't see very many white people flipping burgers. But again, see how often the comments are calling this guy a race baiter when the new CC fans are the original race baiters. It makes no sense. They're the ones saying everybody hates Caitlin Clark because she's white and straight. Or they're jealous of her because she's white and straight.
Well, I mean, Caitlin Clark's white, she's straight, you know.
They're the ones that said this. Nobody else said this. And nobody else will say this.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, if you're getting paid anything more than minimum wage by ESPN, they're getting robbed right now. Blind. Never seen so many black people crying and whining over a white girl getting some attention. It's nuts.
So that comment basically is saying, if a black person calls out a new racist CC fan for being racist, they're crying because of CC's attention. So now a black person can't even call out a new racist CC fan, or they're crying. That alone is racist. Plus, none of the black people have been crying about anything. Actually, since all this racist CC talk, we actually conducted ourselves very well, thank you very much. We could have made a much bigger commotion, but now we just laugh at you guys. And really, you guys are the ones crying about everything. Everything.
They bump her too hard. They look at her mean. They don't pass her the ball enough. Her teammates hate her. They should change the rules for her. They should thank her. Kennedy Carter should get assault charges. Wah! They're so mean. Why? She got them charter flights. They hate her because she's white and straight, you know. Well, I mean, Caitlin Clark's white. She's straight. You know?
Damn sissy lalas.
It's nuts. And let's not just make this about black people. There's white woke people that are losing their minds right now too.
Didn't I tell you he would clean it up? He's never made a statement like that, ever.
Well, let's not just make it about black people.
If this video wasn't about calling them out for being racist, he would have been all over that comment. You goddamn right them black people are crying over Caitlin Clark's attention. She gets the views.
Seriously. I mean, God almighty. It's crazy. So we've now reached the societal threshold where mistreating white women is anti-black racism. It just never ends.
How is Caitlin Clark being mistreated? Tell me, how is she being mistreated? A hard foul, aggressive play? That's not special treatment for her. That's for everybody, and actually others have gotten it worse. So how is she being treated bad? Her Nike deal? Her charter flights? Her sold out arenas? What part of her life is her being treated badly? And if you think she's being treated badly, you're just showing again that you judge people on different levels. Because if that's being treated badly and you're actually concerned about it, then why aren't you concerned when black women are actually truly treated badly? Huh? If Caitlin Clark is treated badly, please treat me badly. Treat me terrible. Give me terrible Caitlin Clark treatment. Right now. I demand it now. I want it now. I'm starting to sound like Caitlin Clark. I kind of like it.
I will never watch the women's Olympic basketball games. It does not make me sexist or racist. I'm not even a Clark fan, but I might have watched this year's games because of the Clark hype. The curiosity is part of what's going on here. There are a lot of people out there that will consume the Olympics, my parents, that would not watch basketball. All right? And they would consume, for the most part, whatever's on. My parents, my wife's parents, they know who Caitlin Clark is. They couldn't tell you who Asia Wilson is if they had a gun to their temple. They just couldn't do it. It is what it is. All right?
Again, nobody's arguing Caitlin Clark's popularity. We get that she's popular. Obviously, she's popular. But she's not the best. She's not the most exciting. So, again, I ask, why is she the most popular?
They know who Caitlin Clark is. They couldn't tell you who Asia Wilson is if they had a gun to their temple. They just couldn't do it. It is what it is. All right? That doesn't make my folks a bunch of racists.
He's 100% right there. That doesn't make his folks a bunch of racists because they won't watch other WNBA players. What makes them a racist is he's their son.
Are they very curious? Would they have tuned into the Olympics to see Caitlin Clark? Yes, they would have. And that's the point. By the way, so-called patriots, one reason why this is a big miss, because you actually have a player that has not openly disrespected or mistreated this country and the values of this country that would have been on the team. Far as we're concerned, this team is made up a bunch of a bunch of communists that can't stand this country.
What does he mean by "were"? As far as we're concerned, who's "were"? It's the new racist CC fans.
That league, the WNBA, they're full of players with anti-American rhetoric and have been for years. You guys have heard me call it the activist basketball league, just like the U.S. women's soccer team. I mean, seriously, it's nuts. Come on. When all you see is race, racist race baiters will race bait. Sad.
Projection. They're projecting so big, I can sit back, grab some popcorn, and watch a movie on them. They're the ones that always see race. If you put something negative about Caitlin Clark, some bad stats, or a bad game, they'll instantly say, "Thanks for being racist." Why are you saying that? All I see is a basketball player that didn't play well. What they see is a basketball player that didn't play well, and she's white. That's why they're saying thanks for being racist. We're not even thinking of the race. We're just thinking basketball stats. People post bad stats of black women basketball players too. We don't go, thanks for being racist. That's part of being a sports fan. You can talk down the other people's favorite player. Or not. Or agree with them. You can do whatever you want. That's the beauty of it.
Race hustling. I mean, serious.
Seriously some race hustling.
I mean,
how dare them?
Oh,
it's a catastrophe.
It's the smart business decision. Yes. Money. Yes. It's crazy. She's also become an avatar for black people who hate white people. Yes, I've seen that too. You can hear it on...
Okay, to be fair, I could see that. I could see a few racist black people joining Angel Reese's side for the same reason that the racist white people join Caitlin Clark's side. But it's clearly not on the same numbers level. They always brag about it all day, right? Caitlin Clark brings the numbers. Caitlin Clark brings the views. Caitlin Clark brings the fans. So whatever racist fans that they're talking about, it's basically like 1%, 2%. If the racist new CC fans were only 1 or 2% of the WNBA, we wouldn't have to care. It wouldn't matter because it wouldn't make an impact. The problem is they're like 80% of the WNBA, so it matters.
And maybe in some of your comments, yeah, don't think this ain't going the other way. It's not about race, but you go in there and make it about race.
Again, another example of projection. They made it about race since day one.
Well, I mean, Caitlin Clark's white, she's straight, you know.
Since day one, they saw the way they play in the WNBA, the way they aggressively D-up Caitlin Clark, the hard foul she took. They made it about race since day one. It's all because she's, say it with me, class.
Well, I mean, Caitlin Clark's white, she's straight, you know.
White and straight. How many times have we heard that? Who was saying that? Are they claiming they weren't saying that? They were saying that. But now it was never about race, and this dude on ESPN is the one making it about race? Seriously?
Guys, I mean, that's where we'll stop, but that's correct.
And that's the smartest thing he said the whole clip. But as you guys can see, these new racist CC fans are very upset because ESPN took their camouflage away. I try to do it, but nobody knows who I am. My channel's small, so I don't have the same impact. But hey, maybe they saw my video and decided to use it on their national-wide platform. And of course, since the new CC fans aren't racist at all, they didn't get triggered by what he said on ESPN, right? But now that you know the new racist CC fans have been exposed on national television by ESPN, so now they're projecting and acting like it was never about race, and ESPN is now race baiting. All I need you guys to do is comment below. Tell me what you think. Did you expect all this entertainment and drama when Caitlin Clark came into the WNBA? Are you a non-racist CC fan? And if you are a non-racist CC fan, does it bother you that ESPN is blasting all the racist CC fans? Or are you like, that's what you get for being a racist CC fan? You should be more like me, a non-racist CC fan. We're much better. But while you're telling me your thoughts, I'm also gonna need you to hit that bell like the Hunchback. Also click that hitchhiker button and sub ride with me. And I'll see you on the next trip.
Day and night. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. All my life. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. Can't help I. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. That's why I. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.